Welcome, everyone, to the Rinks in Hauppauge here on the LI Sports Network. First of 3 games at the Rinks. And today's Suffolk County High School Hockey League matchups, but hold that thought, a goal already. KPC on the board just like that. One-timer in front of the net gets it done. I feel like that's become a trend recently. I haven't been able to get through my openings, and another opportunity right on net. This time it's parried aside. Colin Skinner getting the early goal. Right back to the face-off as KPC looking for some clean control. Sent back out into the neutral zone. Already all stat in on the forecheck. Going to work down low against D'Angelo. Couple hits exchanged. Another shot from a tough angle. Darianzo's in the net tonight for Southampton, and on the other side, it's going to be Chris Johnson for KPC. Looking at these two teams so far this year, Southampton 8-5-0, KPC 5-7-1. So they're trying to get back towards that 500 standing as we get a call offsides by our linesman on the far side of the rink. Take the face off from the neutral zone now. Out of all of our leagues here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, freshmen and developmental still with the most games to play. Their season's a little bit more spread out. Obviously, for the varsity side of things, Suffolk County High School Hockey League already over, and 2 teams, St. Anthony's and Smithtown Hauppauge, over in states. Just told by Mr. Long Island Hockey himself, Travis Quigley, that Smithtown Hauppauge 2-0. In their first 2 games, getting a win against Long Beach as well, another Long Island rival hailing from the New York Islander High School Hockey League. KPC, their varsity team, did not have a bad showing at all. They had a great playoffs, won their first matchup, upset win against Sachem. Had a couple of different leads against Smithtown Hauppauge, and were almost able to upset the Bulls down the stretch of the game as well, but Smithtown Hauppauge, they do what they did best and grinded out a win. It was the only time that a team scored first in the playoffs and then ended up losing the game. So you got to imagine KPC, they that close to go into the finals. And, well, they have a good freshman team. They have a good junior varsity team as well, so I'm sure they're hoping that some of these guys can step up to the varsity level next year and get KPC all the way to the finals. Hasn't been a lot of teams in recent history that have consistently won at least one playoff game, but KPC has been one of those clubs. And for Southampton, obviously, it's a program on the rise. No varsity team to speak of, but definitely varsity level talent for Southampton as they get an opportunity slid over towards the slot. Obviously, everyone knows the Goldstein brothers, some of the better players here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Max Goldstein, one of the best goal scorers in the junior varsity division, as that shot will ring off the bar. Comes back to Alstead, puts it on net. One more opportunity, and they score again. 2-0 for KPC now. As this puck is just going to slide over. Cody gets his stick on it. Southampton definitely with a bit of a short bench tonight, so they're just trying to settle themselves into this game and look for a couple of quick counter punches. I'm sure they don't want to play a game of attrition. Hunter Harrington back over to the corner. He'll pass it off the wall, pops free, and now they can skate it forward. Kessler dicing it up across the blue line. He'll angle out wide, trying to swipe it in front. Went all the way through the blue paint, caromed off to the far boards. Good puck win. O'Sullivan looking for the pass. They'll score. Didn't need it. O'Sullivan, good board battle win. Rips it, top right corner. 2-1 now the score. Whalers back in it. Go back over to center ice. The fourth time this game already. It's more like a lacrosse scoreline the way things are starting off. Jared Waterman starts the breakout. Dryga looking off to his left side. Didn't get it past the stick of D'Angelo. Now it's broken away for the Whalers. Minardi will get in on the forecheck. Puck over in the corner, rolling on its edge. Minardi will settle it down. One-on-one in the perimeter. Sends it up to the blue line. Held alive. O'Sullivan walks it down into the middle. His shot missed just high. Martin O'Sullivan almost made it 2-2. Good job to hold it in by Cam Minardi. He'll cut up, walk towards the middle. Rister almost got tipped by Kessler. Popped out to the near sideboard. Still alive for Southampton. They'll lose that puck battle, and it's sent all the way down the ice by Schwartz, and we'll get an icing on that whistle. Four minutes gone by here in the first period. Pass ahead to Skinner, hopped off his stick. Mistretta against Skinner now in the left wing corner. Passed up the wall. Good stick handling for Ryan Schwartz. Gets it and calls a penalty. Now Ryan Schwartz had his skates taken out from underneath him. That will cause the first power play of the game in favor of KPC. Alstad will take the draw. Cleanly wins it, handoff at the far point. Minardi making it hard, and it will go right over to Harrington. Couldn't chip it out of the zone. KPC keep it alive. Second opportunity, and this time will clear past the far point. Minardi, dangerous right there. Almost had himself into a breakaway. Not a bakeaway. Definitely not what I was looking for there. Captain down low, D'Angelo. Banks it off the wall, and it will carry him all the way down. Touched up by Johnson. .30 seconds gone by in the 5-on-4. KPC looking for another 2-goal lead. Alstat has plenty of room. Skinner on his right hip. He'll leave it behind. Shot missed off wide. Schwartz and Alstat there for the rebound already. Centering feed taken away by D'Angelo. Poked off his stick. Dangerous location. But Southampton will recover. Get another clear. Minardi flying forward on the forecheck again. Takes a hit to make the play. Forcing the puck over to the deep into KPC territory. Ryan Schwartz whips it across. Alstat will score! Great feed, better shot. KPC up 3-1. Apologies about the technical difficulties. A full game replay will be uploaded so you can watch the first 6 minutes after the stream concludes. Everything should be good now, and well, you missed a couple of goals, I'll say that for sure. Another opportunity, Southampton gonna miss that shot wide over to the left side. Cam Minardi was looking for another tight angle tuck. KPC struck first and then struck again before Southampton were able to get onto the board. They've been scoring at a 2-1 clip. That's how they have the 4-2 lead right now. But Southampton with the most recent goal, just, again, trying to settle things down. Both teams with shorter benches. KPC with the extra skater. D'Angelo down to the goal line. Sends it middle. One-timer, they score. One-goal game now. Southampton aren't going away. Skinner, long wrister, high over the crossbar. Rebound goes right over to Will Mistretta, tied up in the corner. Tage will help him out. Pass goes towards the slot. Opportunity again, they score. It's another one for Skinner. Five to 3, we're not even halfway through the first period. Skinner right back to the slot, shot blocked away into the ankle of D'Angelo. Allstat tucks it up down low, trying to slide it in front. Hit the skate blade of Harrington, and it popped away. Here comes Minardi up the right side. 2-on-2 past the blue line. Tro drag, shot, save made by Johnson. Fancy hands for Cam Minardi, but Johnson got it with the noggin. Aiden D'Angelo whipped it across the ice, just in head of his intended target. Minardi on sides. Another sharp angle shot. Johnson got it with the paddle. Went over to Allstat and he'll get it out of the zone. Lost his handle. It's with Harrington now. Bank pass. Intercepted by Allstat. One-hand drive across the blue. Shot down low. Parried. Popped over D'Angelo. Comes back to Allstat and he'll poke it in. 6-3 now for KPC. D'Angelo will take a lap around his own zone. Schwartz trying to shadow him. Little chip and chase, Southampton. 3 into the zone, shot up high, goes above the crossbar. KPC will get the clear. Schwartz choosing to jump it in. They'll go on to the forecheck. Mistretta passed up the wall. Magnotta put it into the offensive end. Quick tap pass to Schwartz. Lost it out to D'Angelo. 5:55 remaining in the first period. It's a 6-3 lead for KPC, and they've scored the last 3 goals in a row. O'Sullivan creating space, sending it towards the slot. Ricocheted away from Kessler. Now D'Angelo has a grab at it. Curls on the boards. D'Angelo feeding up to the blue line. A little too strong. Mistretta will hold on to the puck, take it, and dump it in. Southampton reloading on the forecheck. Kessler the first one in. Good passes by the KPC D-Corps. Now they'll find Ryan Schwartz up the ice. Poked off his stick, goes to the corner, finds it, and a centering feed. Allstat second wave. His shot, top left corner. Unbelievable game from Brody. Just completed the hat trick. Under 5 to play here in the first period. It's a 4-goal lead now for KPC. The puck takes a couple of awkward hops. Ends up with Joe Schwartz. Skinner in the neutral zone. Back to Schwartz. Long-range wrister. Hit it off the bar. Almost bounced back in. Around to the point. Trainer able to hold the zone. Trying to send it across the ice. Intercepted. Mtage. She'll look to fly. Leaving it behind her. Walked into the offensive end by Mistretta. Poked off his tape, and it's back for KPC. Another minute gone by here in the first period. Rister missed wide and right. Justin Mezzalma looks like he's wearing a different jersey for tonight. O'Sullivan, good face-off win. He'll get back to it. Centering it out to the blue paint, poked away. All the way down the ice. D'Angelo will be the first one for it. Doesn't have anyone close to him either. Looped it around the boards. Waterman holds it at the halfway line. Now dumped in by Minardi. He'll curl. Minardi into the middle for Kessler. Couldn't control the pass. It's a 4-goal streak for KPC. Almost had a 5th on that shot that hit off the post. Minardi looking middle. Tested Johnson. I think he got a piece of that puck. O'Sullivan driving down low, scanning for his options. Has Minardi. Gives it over for a quick one-timer. It was Harrington that came off the blue line. Sent all the way down the ice now. Terriazos will cover up. 2:49 remaining in the first period. 7-3 games, 10 goals already in the first period. O'Sullivan, the pickpocket, skate to stick. O'Sullivan, a shot saved by Johnson. Smacked out to Skinner. He'll start to skate up ice. Across the other side, held by Joe Schwartz. Schwartz down low against O'Sullivan. Taken away by D'Angelo, actually. Curls away from the pressure. Punched it around the boards to the far point, held by Mezzasalma. Minardi will force him out. Delayed penalty upcoming. Shot right in front of the goal. Johnson made the save. Power play upcoming now for the Whalers. Face off one to D'Angelo. He'll stick handle into the slot. A shot saved by Johnson on the right leg. Around the boards, D'Angelo will hold it in on the backhand. Poked away from him and now actually cleared out by KPC. Allstat going to get called offsides. $1:50 to play in the period. Quick rush. O'Sullivan, backhand, scores. Southampton cash in on the power play, trying to claw back this 4-goal deficit. Nifty hands for O'Sullivan out in front. No doubt about that goal. Allstat. Denied at the blue line. Striker brings it in. Shot slot. Save made. Rebound comes free into the blue paint. Spiked away by the KPC defense. Twisted around the boards and spit right back out. Could be a rush up the ice. Good job from Jared Waterman to get back in transition. Just over a minute to play here in the first period. We've seen quite a few goals in the first 15 minutes of the game. Almost as many goals as minutes as we've had played. D'Angelo on the backhand to Minardi. Looking for some space, dips past one. Minardi, he'll take this shot, he'll score! The difference is just 2. Cam Minardi getting it done all by himself. Back to center ice. Blind pass goes to Minardi. He'll go pass with O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan and Minardi trying to trade places. Shot down low. Rebound. They score. 1-goal game again. And for a ridiculous 13th time, we'll go back to center ice in the first period. Trainer trying to dump it in. 30 seconds left. I imagine we'll see at least one more goal. Harrington turned it over. Skinner couldn't get it through. Centers it back in front. Comes Mezzasalma, missed wide left. Long stretch pass. That'll hit the tape of Mistretta. He comes in, 3-on-2, shot down low, Johnson a save. Over to the corner, Minardi couldn't carry it, 3. Harrington trying to hold the zone, 1 second left, and we'll get through the first 15, 7-6 the score. KPC up by 1. Hectic first period of action between KPC and Southampton, 7-6 the score. Knights barely leading it right now. Face-off will get dropped. Kessler getting to head O'Sullivan. Trying to split the D. Popped off his stick and covered up by Johnson. Face-off twisted down low. O'Sullivan Deeks gives it to the middle. Emtage's shot parried away by Johnson. Back to O'Sullivan. Smack towards the blue line, now cleared out. KPC will fly forward. Skinner trying to get around Harrington, was not going to beat Hunter with that move. Mezzasalma separates from the puck, gets it back. Pressured by 2 different Whaler defenders. Kessler with opportunity to clear, tries to skate it to the blue line himself, and will just dump it out on the backhand. 1 minute gone by here in the second period. Harrington with some open ice. Harrington cuts left, gives it over. Kessler a shot, he scores! Tie game! D'Angelo long pass, completed it. Kretz carries in, long wrister. Johnson a glove save. Cam Minardi forces it over the corner. Waterman passes it up the wall, held alive by D'Angelo. He'll rotate it back down low. Feels like almost every offensive possession is a truly dangerous one. I've seen lacrosse games end with lower scores than this. Long pass turned over to KPC. They'll play it D to D. Waterman trying to force it up the boards on the far side, helped out by Joe Schwartz. Minardi will pick it away. Minardi dekes past one. Allstat came in on the back check, slapped it to Schwartz. He'll clear the zone as he whips it across the ice to his brother. Here's Ryan Schwartz across the blue line. Plays it off to the corner. D'Angelo will cover for Southampton. Takes a shoulder check. Back the other way for Minardi. And again around the boards. D'Angelo not able to handle it. Waterman at the far point. Hit, pried away from the puck. D'Angelo with his head up ice. Joe Schwartz called offside, so we'll take a face-off in the neutral zone. Rister right into the glove. Long shot from Ezesalma. Karam's off the end boards. D'Angelo chopping at it, lost between his skate blades, pops free, and now Southampton have an opportunity to get it out. Ezesalma back in his neutral zone. D to D. Turned over to D'Angelo, looking for his options. Three people on KPC were already there on the forecheck. Creates the turnover on the back end. Striga off his tape, back for D'Angelo. Bounce pass intercepted. KPC have to touch up. D'Angelo will take over once more. Passing it, looking for Minardi. He'll walk this past the blue line himself. Everyone has to touch up quickly. Minardi enters the zone, met by three. Forced away from the puck. He'll try to jockey back onto it. Slid up the boards and out. D'Angelo has to rescue it. Long pass. Dumped in by Kessler, spit right back out by KPC. 4 minutes gone by here in the second period, 7-7 the score. Southampton with the only goal of the middle frame in order to tie it up. And yes, it is 7-7. I did not accidentally click +1 on the goal counter too much. Skinner. Stick check from behind. He'll eat through that. Skinner's shot from the slot, parried. Down below the goal line. D'Angelo hunt for the rebound. Line change made by KPC on the backside of the play. D'Angelo has plenty of ice to skate with. He'll take it. D'Angelo trying to get it down the slot. Was poked back out. Flying in on the reload is Mistretta. Pried off his stick. Kretz going to get called offsides. D-to-D pass, flipped past the blue line now. 5 minutes through the second period, just one goal in those 5 minutes. Significantly slower than what we're used to. Maybe that will change as that shot will go off to the left side. Battled out now by Cam Minardi. Here comes Minardi. Karam's all the way around. Joe Schwartz with an opportunity to skate. Dicing it up, gets control and a blocker save. Ice has definitely been open for a long time. We'll get a hit from behind, called as a penalty. That would be Joe Schwartz off to the box. Cam Minardi was the one who drew the contact, and it'll be another Southampton power play. If you can imagine, both teams 1 for 1 on their power plays, considering how offensive this game has been. Face-off will be in the left circle. Looks like O'Sullivan will take it. Mistretta, one-timer. Missed it high and wide. Minardi collects it off the end boards. Has a passing option at the blue. He'll feed it over. Harrington trying to tiptoe around Striga. Passing it through the triangle. Mistretta, another shot blocker save. Johnson rebound in front. O'Sullivan whacking away and he'll score. Southampton take their first lead as they cash in on the power play again. O'Sullivan tucks the shoulder. What a shot! O'Sullivan makes it a 2-goal lead. Right off the face-off, this truly is a lacrosse game now. And here comes O'Sullivan. Plenty of room. Sniped it glove side. Back for another face-off. Shot into the zone for Southampton. D'Angelo digs it out down low and hits the outlet pass. Second one was broken up by Allstat. He'll feed it to his defensive line, gets it back. Throws it forward on the backhand, and it's turned over to D'Angelo. Looking for O'Sullivan, outreached on the stick. 8:30 to play here in the second period, just about halfway through this game, and there's been 16 goals. We're on pace for 32 by the time the final buzzer sounds. Kessler over to O'Sullivan, back to Kessler, who was poked away by Striga. Still in the high slot. Kretz trying to get his tape on it, just lost in a couple of feet right now. Finally forced free. Allstat trying to race with D'Angelo, has Harrington in front of it as well. The centering feed cut off by Harrington. D'Angelo and Harrington now down low. They'll give and go in order to beat Allstat. Harrington angled away by Skinner. Will take the hit in order to get the puck out. Schwartz, a tap pass to Trainer, banked it off the wall, turned it over to Harrington and played it over for D'Angelo in space. We've seen some pretty hefty runs for either side in terms of goals. KPC scored 4 in a row in order to make it, I believe, 7-3, if my memory is serving me correct. Southampton, they might be on a 6-goal run right now. Minardi trying to make it 7. On the backhand, he'll look up to the blue line. Bounce pass Harrington. D'Angelo will go on another skate. He's had a long shift, but nothing he isn't used to. Skinner in on the forecheck, strips it away. Skinner trying to hit the trailers. It's Joe Schwartz, and what a glove save. Take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Terriazos has had a hard game with the barrage of offense sent his way, but that's one of his finest saves, was written for the top right corner by Joe Schwartz. Kept out, and Southampton keep the momentum because of it. And now, with the updated scorebook, I can confirm it is 6 goals in a row for Southampton. Mtage, she'll try to pass it out to the middle. Knocked aside by Joe Schwartz. We'll give it over to Skinner. Back for Schwartz down the slot. Beats one man, and it's paddled aside. Cleared out by Southampton. 6:30 to play in the second period. Minardi steps up. Has Joe Schwartz to beat. He'll put on the brakes. Turns back the other way to the goal line now. Trying to loop behind the net. Schwartz got a good poke check in, followed up by Striga. It's free on the near perimeter. Somehow popping out to the slot. Waterman was there for the defense, and he'll skate this one himself. Waterman and Skinner into a 2-on-1. D'Angelo, the low man back, and the shot was fanned on. Sits free now. Southampton. Chip and chase. Allstat takes it back. Allstat against D'Angelo. And Aiden D'Angelo the better for it there. Listen, I think you have to give the captaincy to Aiden D'Angelo solely based off of how many minutes he plays for this team a night. Another shot. Johnson lost it in his feet. Where'd it go? It's in! Make it 10 for Southampton. They have a 3-goal lead. They're on a 7-goal run right now. Back to center ice. Meza Salma just trying to break it out of the pile. Dumped in, and Trainer will go after it. Ryan Trainer had it popped right back to his stick. Striga. Now Kessler pulls up at the blue line, passing it across, held by O'Sullivan. Turns the hips for the wrister. Deflected above the crossbar. Southampton keep it though. I say that. Good poke check from Ryan Schwartz. Both Ryan and Joe Schwartz, younger brothers of Kevin Schwartz, one of the top defensemen for KPC in the junior varsity division. As it looks like we'll get an offsides whistled now. Cam Minardi take a lap around his own zone. Tied up down low, swept it around for Harrington. And now Southampton get it into center ice. Here's Minardi with a little bit of speed in his step. Minardi angled out wide by Trainer. Slows down at the goal line, feeds the point Harrington. Loops it back around. Cam Minardi had it just dance underneath his stick. Meza Salma blasted off the wall, trying to get it past the near point. Kessler stepped in. Far point will do it instead for KPC. Harrington. Saucer over to Kretz. Kretz with options, looking for the pass. It's a shot instead. Rebound, Johnson the save. Comes in front for another one. It's a goal line stand. Puck still loose. O'Sullivan robbed on the doorstep as well. At the blue line. Harrington keeping the play alive. Posting it forward, O'Sullivan, another shot, glove save by Johnson. What a sequence from Chris Johnson to keep that puck out of the net. This is towards the end of it. That's the shot from O'Sullivan. And the snazzy glove save. Another shot, it goes! Southampton now on an 8-goal run. Harrington with the heat, and that looks like it was tipped by Minardi ever so slightly. Minardi dances over to the right side. Shot turns into a pass. In front, Johnson, another great save. Cam Minardi back for D'Angelo. He'll hold the zone by dumping it off the boards. Looped around the wall now by KPC. Centering feed. Minardi, a one-timer, knocked away by Waterman. Pops free to Allstat. He'll hit it over to Skinner. Here comes Skinner past the blue line. Looking to get it back over to Allstat, but the poke check from behind by Mistretta knocked away the play. Just over 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second period. D'Angelo ahead from Minardi. Put it on his right side. It will go all the way down, and the referees will enforce an icing. I feel like we've had more goals this game than icings. I don't even think that's really that crazy to say either. Southampton with 5 goals in this second period. KPC still yet to find their first. And they're down by 4, but in all fairness, I don't think that's much considering the pace of this game. Couple of minutes could really turn this around for KPC, especially if they get a goal at the end of this period. All of a sudden, you're back in it for the fourth. O'Sullivan, he has numbers. Tried for the pass right away. Now Kessler will joust to get it ahead. Does win the battle, but the play slowed down. Finds O'Sullivan at the goal line. Hits it towards the middle and just barely off the tape. Here comes Allstat. He'll challenge D'Angelo one-on-one. Wrist shot, glove save. Rebound comes loose and covered up again. Very happy I got over my slight cold, or else my voice might have been gone after these first 2 periods. 11-7 the score. Southampton on top by 4. Schwartz takes it from D'Angelo. He'll draw the penalty. Joe Schwartz sends his team to the power play, and KPC looking for their first of the period. He'll get a little bit of love from his brother. And now the top defenseman for Southampton also off the ice, making matters just a little bit worse. And the puck will slide all the way out off the draw. Trainer hustling for it. O'Sullivan close on his heels. Minardi hunting for a loose puck as well. Might get it in the neutral zone. Joe Schwartz, good job to get it over to Striga. In past the blue line now is KPC set up. Schwartz loops it around the boards, over for his brother Ryan. Gets to it first, pokes it along. Long wrist shot, almost tipped by Joe. Down to a minute to play in the second. Mezzasalma looking for another tip. Joe fighting for it. Tied away by O'Sullivan. Comes free and he'll skate it out. Trainer against O'Sullivan. Minardi driving middle. Gets the pass. Johnson a glove save, or excuse me, on the right leg actually. Pokes it away. Joe Schwartz will fly. Dips past the blue line. He'll dump it in and chase after it. 40 seconds remain in the period. 1 minute in the 5-on-4. Pass up to the blue. Trainer flips the hips. A shot almost tipped. Comes off the end boards. In front. They'll score. KPC cash in on the power play. Their first of the period. Only down by 3. Almost 20 goals scored in this game. Minardi jousts it off his stick. He'll find the loose puck at center ice. Minardi still flying in. Took a hit from Joe Schwartz. 10 seconds left in the period. Good steal by Emtage. Off for D'Angelo. Loads up the cannon. Missed it wide right. 1 second left, and that'll do it for the first 30. 11-8 the score. It was Southampton on a dominant run, but KPC got the most recent. They have a little bit of momentum heading into the final period of regulation, looking for a 3-goal comeback. Nothing short of a barn burner here on the North Rinks between Southampton and KPC, and what could be the freshman game of the year as another save is made by Terriazos. (11-8) the score after 30 minutes of play. Southampton went on But I believe ended up being a 7-goal run in order to take a lead at 11-7. KPC with the most recent goal on their power play. They're 2 for 2 on the day. And a game that kind of feels like everyone left the defense at home. Who needs defense? We don't have defensive stats here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. What we do have, goals, assists, and points. Both of these teams are going to have a lot of those in the stats come the final whistle. We'll get a couple of quick icings, line changes made by either side. Four goals from Martin O'Sullivan, 3 goals from Cam Minardi. 3 goals from Brody Allstat. Those are all of your hat trick scores. I could go over everyone that scored a goal this game, but that might take me the rest of the period. Mezzasalma in the neutral zone has Trainer off to his right side. Held up right in front of us here at a little perch at the rinks in Hauppauge. Trainer up ahead, he'll turn it over. Tapped back down the wall by Hunter Harrington. Pops free to him again. Tries to switch the ice. Carbut just smacks it in. Skinner on the forecheck will send it around the boards. Brody Allstat will let Mezzasalma touch it up. Fired back down low. Skinner trying to settle the rolling puck. He'll swing it around for Mezzasalma one more time. Bounce past Allstat. Met by Harrington. Allstat going to the far point to play oversight. Southampton get their mitts on it, try to clear past Trainer. He holds it alive. 2 minutes gone by here in the third period as Southampton will get the clear. Mistretta. Now Schwartz. Afforded some room to Allstat. One-on-one with Harrington. He'll step around the defenseman. Sent to the far side. Mezzasalma lost it to Minardi. Poked it past the blue line. Back to Minardi. Good poke check from Joe Schwartz in order to slow that play down. And Allstat came like a dog on the back check. Wrist shot blocked up in some feet. Shot will miss off to the left side. Caromed around the boards. Now smacked out by KPC at center ice. Harrington has plenty of room. He'll dump it in again. And that'll go down as an icing as Harrington didn't have the red line. O'Sullivan trying to flip it up and out. Some traffic at the far point. Comes back for D'Angelo. He'll take a lap. Turned over. Here comes Ryan Schwartz. Straight down the rink. A shot save made. An important one right there. Southampton trying to lock down this lead. They're still up by 3. No one scoring so far in the final period of regulation. Schwartz on the faceoff when Waterman a shot was looking for Ryan Schwartz. Here's Joe back to the goal line. Try to send it out in front for his brother. Back down low for Ryan Schwartz. Centering feed. Cut off. Good play and stick work from Mistretta. Not out just yet, though. Waterman loops it back down low. D'Angelo has it, looking for O'Sullivan on the far side. And O'Sullivan will take it, potentially with numbers across the blue. O'Sullivan off to the middle, gliding all the way to the left side of the rink. O'Sullivan tucks it down low, centering feed, hit off the outside of the net. Back to the blue line. Had to get it past Ryan Schwartz. It wasn't clean enough, and now Joe will take it. Joe Schwartz shot it at the net, covered up, still alive. KPC looking like they want to make a partial line change. Ryan Schwartz hard on the forecheck. D'Angelo forced away. Puck on the boards. Ryan Schwartz there to help out. D'Angelo muscling his man off. Flying up the left side now. D'Angelo cuts across the blue line. Has it in the slot. Was trying to feather it down low. Gets it past the goaltender. Sent it around, but Magnotta got bottled up. Now has it for Minardi, and he'll fire it through. (12-8) now the score. Southampton get this game into 20 goals scored, and they're the better for it so far. Mezzasalma turns in the neutral zone, hits it over for Trainer. Carbut on the wrist shot, nifty glove save. Mezzasalma will hold the puck alive. Walks it ahead now. Mezzasalma trying to beat one. Separated. Sits in the slot. Comes back to him for a shot. Ramped off his stick. Glanced off to the corner. 6 minutes gone by here in the third period, and it's a 4-goal lead for Southampton. Looking for their 9th win of the season in an absolute barn burner. Here comes Cam Minardi. He'll spring this one into an on-man rush. Minardi has Harrington. He also has one more, and he gave it for a poke check from Skinner. Stops the play. D'Angelo will hold it alive in the high slot. Turns around, flips the hips. Wrist shot save made Johnson, and he'll cover it up. He was looking for Kessler on the rush, but Skinner was able to close the gap in time. And because of it, Southampton won't find a 5-goal lead. That would have been their biggest of the night. Lots of speed for Allstat. Forcing a turnover below the goal line. Taken right back by Southampton, though. Mistretta trying to go through the legs of Waterman. Closed off the gap. Hit the outlet to Joe Schwartz. Has Allstat on his left side. Schwartz looking for him. One-timer. Hopped over his stick. Schwartz back with it. And he'll take a hit from O'Sullivan. We'll get a call from the referees. Joe Schwartz will go off for the box for his hit just before he got bumped by O'Sullivan. 2 minutes to the power play now for Southampton. Battle at the blue line, one out by O'Sullivan. His team actually needs to touch back up. Will be fired out by KPC, so that will prevent any offsides call. Left for Minardi. He'll try to fly on the right side. Cuts middle. Minardi loading up on the wrister. Dances around one more. Minardi almost found it 5-hole. Allstat shorthanded for Ryan Schwartz now. Back to Allstat. O'Sullivan got activated into the play with his long reach. Took it right back for Southampton. He'll try to wheel and deal. Pass ahead for Minardi. Broken past the blue line, but called offsides. Puck will go all the way down the ice on the clear out from KPC. Harrington on the controlled breakout, turned over. Allstat couldn't turn around quick enough. Bodies come crashing in for the Whalers. Emtage, she'll get it past the blue line, but Minardi, I don't know how that one's offsides. Back to the face-off in the neutral zone. Minardi glides forward. Trying to juke around. Minardi feeds it middle. Shot fanned on. Cleared out now. Hit off the skate blade of Skinner, but still got to center ice. Harrington over for Minardi. Turned it over Allstat. Walks towards the middle. Hits it to Skinner. Couldn't pull the cord. Skinner up. Mezzasalma with room. Close quickly. Harrington didn't want him taking that shot. Now Minardi will find the loose change. He'll fly. Emtage with him. Minardi curling around. Minardi on the backhand. Shut down by Johnson. Stayed step for step with him. 2 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Power play now expiring, and we'll get another quick whistle. 6:07 to play here in the third period. Shot will go above the crossbar. Rimmed around the high glass. Waterman. Took the wrist shot. Terriazos to save. Banked off the wall and out now for Southampton. They'll fly forward in transition. 5:40 left on the clock. Right back out. D'Angelo with plenty of time. D'Angelo blitzing across the blue, drags it to his backhand, forehand shot, rebound, they score! Salma got it in. Harrington poked it right back to him. Shot went off the post. 5 minutes remaining in the third period now. Opportunity in front of the net. Terriazo's a good save. Rebound over to Harrington. He'll scale it off the glass and out into the neutral zone now for Salma. D-to-D Trainer walks it across the red line. Could dump in, but forces it through with his own stick. Opportunity to rush. And another whistle from our referees. Ryan Schwartz will take a seat for 2 minutes. Southampton with another power play. Harrington flips it on net. Banked off the end boards. Southampton hold the zone thanks to Harrington. Pushes it back down. Kretz stripped by Trainer. Dances in between two. Trainer now trying to get the clear. Slides it towards the blue line and out. Mtage passing over to her left side. Magnota puts it on goal, and Johnson will cover up. Harrington. Skate to stick, high slot, opens the hips, shot blocked off to the right. That's a Salma. That goes up to the blue line and banked three. 50 seconds gone by in the 5-on-4. Opportunity, Salma, glove save. We'll go to 4-on-4 hockey now as Southampton took a penalty on the play. Stretta in the box. Home run pass from O'Sullivan not completed. Minardi called offsides. Kessler looking up the ice. Outlet pass to O'Sullivan. He has Minardi. They'll go 2-on-2 past the blue line. Everyone on sides. O'Sullivan down. Minardi middle. Kicked back out to O'Sullivan below the goal line. O'Sullivan on the wrap attempt now. Shut down. Comes through the blue paint. KPC are able to bat it away and force the reset. It's the captain, D'Angelo. Over for Minardi. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Then it'll be a KPC power play. Minardi on one more rush. Beats two. Minardi alone. He scores. KPC to the power play now. Southampton up 14-8. Joe Schwartz trying to get in on the forecheck as the clock hits 2 minutes in the third period. D'Angelo will knock it around. MTH trying to get the clear out, held alive. Second opportunity, and now it is taken by Kevin Kretz. Long wrister. Johnson blocker save. Skinner. Ahead, Joe Schwartz. Back to Skinner with room. Skinner looking for the top left corner. Joe Schwartz and Mezzasalma will hold it alive. Sharp angle shot. And we're back to even strength here at the rinks. Icing will be enforced. 1:12 remaining. Mezzasalma high slot, walks it forward. Mezzasalma, wrister scores! Mezzasalma with it again, trying to weave through traffic. Gets a pass, a shot hit off this stick of Harrington. .40 seconds remaining in the third period. Harrington giving it over with room. Another shot goes above the crossbar. Harrington rebound, Johnson a save. Mezzasalma, poke check from behind. That'll shut it down for Southampton. 18 seconds remaining as the Whalers look for a 5-goal lead at an impressive score of 14-9. It was a barn burner from the opening minute to the last. Southampton will move on to 9-5-0. Unfortunately for KPC, they'll drop down to 5-8-1 here in the first game of the day on the LI Sports Network. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back for a junior varsity matchup between Commack and St. Anthony's JV Gold, starting at approximately 8:40. But I have a feeling the ice cut's going to take more than 2 minutes. Once again, final score, Southampton win, 14-9.